Okay, y'all. So, I'm quite heated this morning. I'm here to call out somebody specifically. And me personally, I'm not like the rappers out here. I use names. I use names out here. So, what I came on here to do was to call out, what's his name? Amir Odom. Yes, I'm calling you out by name because you sound like a racist fucking Uncle Tom. Yeah, I said it. You sounded like a racist Uncle Tom on your video talking about the SNAP benefit program. First and foremost, why is it in this country, or for people that are racist minded, have this belief that if you are using any form of government assistance, whether it's SNAP, Medicaid, Medicare, whatever, that you are abusing the system, that you are ganking the system in some kind of way automatically because you have those benefits? Why is that? Why is that a belief? I don't understand that. That don't make no kind of sense. If everybody that was on these benefits were ganking the system, we wouldn't have them. That's first and foremost. Second of all, I didn't appreciate the very, very judgmental comments about people, and especially women with children, that use SNAP. He made the assumption, and I'm saying y'all because I'm also talking about people in the comments section. He was going ham on this woman that said she had 6 children and then she had to get custody of 3 more. He basically tried to go ham on her about basically being a whore, but not knowing her situation or how she got there. Y'all just assume somebody was just opening up their legs and having sex every 5 minutes. Y'all just assume that all 9 of those kids, because she said 6 plus the 3 that she got custody of, that all 9 of those kids are hers. Not even thinking, is she a caretaker? Is she a foster parent? Is she helping family? Y'all just jumped straight to the conclusion that she was fucking 6 different men and had 6 different baby daddies. How dare you? That's disrespectful. She came on there talking about how she is struggling right now, and all you could talk about was the number of kids and made the assumption that she had all 6 of those kids. And even if she did, what business is it of yours? None. None whatsoever. And especially for someone who cannot have kids because of their sexual orientation. You have to go through the foster care system or insemination via someone else that you trust, via a woman that you trust. That's second of all. Third of all, being so pressed about the fact that folks having SNAP benefits is just tearing up the country. First and foremost, let's keep it $1.50. We don't know where them tax dollars is going to. Because I wrote 2 comments to him. We just now figuring out that some of our tax money is going to Argentina. And this is why folks can't get their fucking food stamps coming next month. We paying to help Argentina. Not our own country that needs it. Argentina. And we sitting up here wasting tax dollars overseas again, because we always do it. Every other president besides Obama seems to want to invade people's fucking privacy and businesses and countries. Leave these countries alone. It is not our. When did this become a thing where we help other countries constantly, and they ain't trying to help us? We invading folks' countries. We're invading their privacy. These countries ain't asking us for no bunch of help. Y'all just want people to keep the corruption in this country going, so let's keep paying these countries to help the corruption keep going. That's it, and that's all. So, yeah, let's go help Argentina and go pay for them and, go fuck the rest of our country and the people that need the money and the food. Fuck them, though. I don't like the fact that when y'all talk about tax dollars, y'all act as if folks on Medicare, Medicaid, food stamps, whatever, are taking out y'all personal bank accounts. That's how y'all sound. Y'all sound like every time somebody swipes an EBT card, 10 cents comes out of your fucking bank account. That's how y'all sound. Y'all sound like somebody's personally going into your bank account and you can see the transaction of somebody that swiped their EBT card and you got that 10 cents taken out of your account. That's how y'all act. Like, are you fucking kidding me? You are that up in arms about something that's not your business this deeply? When you really should be questioning where the money the government is using and where is it going? You worried about how people are going to get their next meal. And then, on top of that, y'all love to police what's in said carts. Y'all act as though people on these benefits are only allowed to eat lettuce and meat. Maybe some bread or some rice here and there, but that is it. Y'all act as though these benefits that these people get, they don't deserve. So therefore, let them starve as much as they possibly can. Because he even advocated for wiping them out completely for fucking food boxes. I've worked in food pantries before. They're terrible. They are terrible. Food pantries be giving out old, stale food, but because it's quote-unquote non-perishable, they still can give it out. You look at them dates, they old as hell. They months away from expiring. Or shit is stale as fuck. Stuff that should be crispy is stale. Giving out old, stale food to people that need it. But that's okay, because that's what they deserve, because y'all believe that people make themselves homeless. Y'all don't want to ever believe that this country is so fucked that you can find yourself homeless off of anything this country does. Matter of fact, Amazon just laid off 30,000 people at random. Randomly, 30,000 people. So what are they going to do when they're trying to find a job in between not having one? Just starve, right? Yep, just starve. Just fucking starve. Bitch, let's keep it real. Y'all that work a 9 to 5 are fucking mad that you have to work a 9 to 5. Nobody likes working a 9 to 5. Point blank and simple. Some people just cannot because they have certain disabilities, like myself, or they have to caretake for somebody else, or watch over somebody else. Maybe they have a child that has disabilities. Everybody cannot work a 9 to 5. And the way our economy is set up, we cannot afford everything. But we have folks like you, Mr. Amir, that sit up in your little luxury-ass fucking apartment, working your little fucking job, drinking your Starbucks every fucking day, feeling that you are better than somebody else because you clocked in today. You think you are better than somebody else because you clocked in today. Not knowing that job could be ripped from you at any fucking point in time. And you'll be the next one on benefits of some sort, whether it be food stamps or health care or both. You never know when the rug can be ripped out from under you. It don't just have to be by the government. But the Lord giveth, he taketh away. Be ungrateful if you want to. You'll fuck around and find yourself on the streets. Judging folks' situations because it's not you. Y'all are mad that it's not you. That's what y'all are mad about. Y'all are mad because, yes, you work a 9 to 5 and earn your money and all that shit. But you are mad that in today's economy and with this inflation so crazy that you have to pick and choose. That's what y'all are upset about. When it comes to food and living in general, you have to pick and choose. You don't get to live as fucking freely. You got to choose between this gas money today, these bills I got to pay, this rent I got to pay, or my $15 Starbucks drink. Damn it. That's what you're mad about. That you have to pick and choose whether you want to eat or you want to pay these bills versus people that have government assistance don't have to do that. Before they had the assistance, they did. But they have the assistance so they don't have to. But you do because you work a 9 to 5. And this fucking country is a trip. That's what you're mad about. And then on top of it, when you go into the stores and you policing people's carts instead of minding your fucking business of buying your food, you are mad because all you can afford is meat and lettuce. After all said and done, all you can afford is meat and lettuce, and you see in somebody else's cart that is full of whatever it is they want to eat. And you are mad because it's not you. That's what you're mad about. And trying to hide it under the guise of you're abusing tax money. The government is abusing tax money. We're not able to abuse tax money because we don't even know where our taxes are going towards until something like this government shit comes out and we find out what it is going towards. Y'all sit up here sounding ignorant as fuck. Talking about I don't feel bad for this one and that one and all that. Okay, cool. So when it's your ass that's next, then what? Then what? So when it's you next, or when it's your child next, or a family member next, then what? Oh, you gonna care then. You gonna death care then. You mad because somebody like myself that gets benefits because I have disabilities, physical disabilities, somebody like me can use that same SNAP card to get health food, because I can and do, and junk food. And you're mad about that. Because you think and feel that because you're on assistance, you only deserve to eat healthy food. Because I work a 9 to 5, I get to eat the junk food. I get to eat the cake and candies and cookies. You don't, because you decided not to work, because you decided just to be homeless. You know, there wasn't any circumstance. You just decided. You just decided to use and abuse the government, so therefore you don't deserve to eat anything other than lettuce and beef and rice. That's how y'all act. It's ignorant. You sound ignorant as fuck. That's how y'all acting. Because my grumpy, grouchy ass is unhappy and upset that I got to wake up today and clock in and go to work today. Fuck you. I have to work today. I had to buy my Starbucks today. You don't deserve to eat for free. Like, fuck you. Because you don't know somebody's situation, and y'all were speaking as if you knew everybody's situation. The shit you were saying in the video was basically saying that any and everybody that's on stamps and that's on government assistance is abusing it. Everybody. Because essentially what y'all saying and what y'all arguing for, if y'all not even like paying attention to what y'all saying, is that you don't deserve help. You don't deserve help. You don't need the help. Find some kind of way out. And this stupid idea of these food boxes and sending shit out to people and all that, that's terrible. Okay, it sounds good on paper. But in actuality, you don't know what people's portion sizes are. You don't know who eats more or less in the house. You don't know who needs more or less food, depending on what their situation is and cases are. Maybe they have some kind of medical problem or something. You don't know that. But you make the assumption that you know that because somebody is using benefits. You make the assumption that somebody's using benefits, but they're abusing them. Baby, as long as the government says you can buy whatever the fuck it is you want in terms of food on them stamps, do so. It is nobody's business to tell anybody what to and not to buy at the local grocery store on a grocery trip with the money that they receive, whether it's from the government or a job. It is none of your damn business what is in somebody else's cart. How dare y'all sit up and watch what people are putting in their carts all day instead of going about your business and buying your food and your needs? How dare you? Fuck you. It is none of your business. Because at the end of the day, you in somebody else's cart out of jealousy. I don't care what y'all say. Y'all in other people's carts because you're jealous. You got to pick and choose with your favorite foods. You don't get to get it all. Versus somebody that has stamps and gets that assistance and needs it, can. Cuss the government out, not us. Cuss the government out. Get mad at your 9 to 5 who's not paying you what you're worth. Not get mad at the folks that receive the benefits that they need. Because me personally, y'all, I don't abuse shit. I don't personally think you're abusing the system because your cart is full of junk. That's your personal business. If you want to waste your benefits on junk food, that is your business. Whatever consequences follow behind that is on you. It's your problem. People are acting as if somebody has a cart full of junk food and they get out and they leave the fucking store and they don't have any more food stamps left. Y'all act like that falls on y'all shoulders. That's their problem. What are you so pressed about them, what they eating? That's their problem. They wasted their food stamps and now they ain't got none for the rest of the month because they spent everything on junk food. That's the consequence that they got to learn. That, hey, yo, I should be buying a variety of foods with this. If somebody wants to buy all health food, that's their business. If people want to buy a combination of both like I do, that's their business. Y'all act like nobody has no business because they got the money from the government. Because I guarantee you, if folks that use benefits start policing y'all's carts and start telling y'all about some shit, you'd be upset. Because then you'd be like, oh, yo, broke ass, I know you ain't talking. At least I can afford my blah, blah, blah. Because that's the time y'all be on if we would be on y'all asses about it. If we keeping it $1.50. Y'all need to learn how to shut the hell up and mind your business. You wouldn't be up in arms like this if you minded your business. I don't like nosy motherfuckers. And y'all sound like some nosy motherfuckers, Mr. Amir. And then you royally pissed me off by the time Torrey gets on and speaks about it and gives you literal facts and statistics that you cannot fight against. And you were sitting up there pulling strings, making faces and pulling strings and pausing the videos in between. You were pulling strings by the time Torrey's face popped up with them facts. Yo slow behind sat up here and basically wanted to make two things be true. The truth is that more white people are on these benefits because there's more white people in this country. He sat up here and said that there's more white folks and more black folks using stamps. Bitch, how? When there's more white people in the country than black people, how? Them two things cannot exist. It's one or the other. It's the majority of white single women use stamps. But y'all want to believe it's all black folks that be on stamps. It's all Mexican people that be on stamps. Like, what? Or excuse me, not Mexican, Latinx. That is all, it's just them using it. White folks just don't touch that. Working class folks just don't touch that. And then y'all also assume that folks that do get these benefits don't do anything. That they don't have a job at all. That all they do is sit up in the house all fucking day long. That they don't care for other people. That they're not helping anything. That they're not contributing anything to the society. Yes, there are a percentage of people that do that. But is that everybody? No. But let y'all tell that everybody is on that. Everybody's on that, Tiny. Like, make that make sense. Torrey had literal facts, and you were trying to fight against facts, baby. It was funny as hell watching that. You really tried to fight against facts and statistics to prove the point that I don't want other people using Snap because I can't use it. That's what y'all are mad about. You and the other racist white folks are mad because they can have it and I can't. Yeah, you're fucking mad about it. And instead of being real on camera about that, you wanted to act like, oh, I'm down for the government. I'm down for the correct government spending. Yeah, okay. You can kiss my ass on that one. You can kiss my ass on that one. And then by the time we got to the ending of the video, where this very compassionate white woman was like, yo, I don't give a fuck about how y'all feeling about these stamps. We got kids out here that need to eat. We got folks out here that need to eat and be taken care of. Baby, I do not care about y'all being mad. She really was talking facts. She's like, 39% of these folks that are going to be affected by this are children. And you, Mr. Amir, were still like, I don't give a fuck. You still making all the little ugly faces before you paused while she was speaking. You don't care. I'm like her, I care. I want children to eat. I have a child on the way. So what you're telling me is, let them starve. Because I don't get to have the benefits myself, let fuckers starve. Let's give them boxes of shit that's only going to last a week. You can't stretch it in any kind of way, shape, form, or fashion that's half stale. Because that's what they deserve. Because they chose to be homeless. Because they chose to gank the system. And I work a 9 to 5, so I'm better than you. You sound like a jealous, racist Uncle Tom that agreed only with what the white folks was talking about. Because by the time Torre came on there with them facts, baby, you was pulling strings and fighting against it tooth and nail. Because there was nothing to fight against. This man was speaking all facts and had the facts written down with him. You were mad, my nigga. You were mad, G. You mad. You sitting up here forgetting that you still black, boo. You still black. Trump and them ain't gonna care about you neither. You sounded crazy. Because left up to you and the opinions of the white folk that don't use benefits, y'all want them gone entirely so you can see people starve. And then point and laugh and be like, that's what you get. I told you. That's what y'all want to do. Y'all want to see people on the streets, homeless, upset, crying, children starving, just so you can point the finger and say, ha, you should have worked. You should have went to work. You shouldn't have been homeless. Like, wow, how shitty is that? Talking about abusing the system and all that. Shut the fuck up. The system abuses itself. If we keep it at $1.50, the system abuses itself. Because what are we doing with the money we're paying, the tax money we're paying? What the fuck are we doing helping our Argentina out? We need the help. What are we doing helping Argentina out? Y'all ain't calling that out. Y'all not saying how crazy and diluted that sounds. Convoluted how that fucking sounds. We helping a country that don't need no help while we are starving? Huh? That's okay, though. That's okay, though, because your racist behind didn't get the benefits you wanted. Because truth be told, baby, we all could be on stamps, we would. You mad because you have to pick and choose between paying your bills and eating good. That's what you're mad about. Yep. And for somebody that has stamps, that's one less thing they have to worry about, and you don't like that. You want everybody to struggle under the same boat and conditions. That's not fair. When, to be honest, as much this country makes, there should be nobody struggling. I mean that. This country is trillions in debt, which tells us how much we actually had. There should be nobody in the United States starving, homeless, carless, foodless, starving, dying. Everybody should be able to live a good life in this country because this country makes that much money. But our government officials and presidents are so fucking greedy that we're down to the point where we're having arguments about whether or not somebody deserves to eat today. You get to eat today. Everybody deserves to eat, whether or not you get it from the government or you worked for it. Or if you didn't, you deserve to eat. You're here on this planet, Earth. You need food and water to survive. You deserve to eat just for existing. Not you deserve to eat because you worked a fucking job. Not you deserve to eat because I feel like you deserve to eat today. Everybody deserves to eat. If you are up and alive and well, you deserve to eat today. So shut it with the bullshit. Shut your mouth. Being judgmental and all up in everybody's situation when you don't know nothing about it. You don't know nothing about their situation and trying to speak up on it. All the while sitting up mad because our economy sucks and you got to pick and choose what you get to do today. Instead of coming at the government, instead of coming at your job crazy, you coming at regular people that don't bother you because you're too scared to go cuss out your fucking CEO of your job. Because that means that, yeah, you might get fired and you might have to start over. You mad because if you don't speak up, if you speak up about the government, somebody may not agree with you. Oh, well. Oh, well. Because by the time you got to the end of the video, Mr. Amir, you basically were like, let them starve. Let's wipe out benefits and give them little boxes. You want people to starve, Books. While you sitting up in luxury, I'm looking at your background behind you. I don't know if it's AI created or real, but your background looks plenty luxurious with your HD mic in front of you. You seem like you living pretty decently and don't have to worry about food. So I'm not sure why you decided to get yourself in a tizzy about something that's not affecting you. Sitting up here in a tizzy, getting yourself upset, judging folks that need it. You made a video for what now? And folks that are using stamps and have their shit affected by it have the right to be angry. This is how I'm getting my food. And for people that can't work a job, they're definitely angry. This is how they get their food. But because you see it as free food and not actual help, you are pissed and think people don't deserve it. So let our children and people starve because they didn't get their money via a paycheck. You never know what could happen. Like I said, Amazon laid off 30,000 people at random. No notices. Who's to say your job won't do the same? What's going to happen in between this job and the next one you're searching for? You're going to need something in between. Whoop-de-fucking-do, you got family that can help you in between. A lot of people do not. The assistance is mandatory for the people that cannot. And if you wanted to make a video about the people that do use and abuse the system, because there are, you should have made a video talking to them only. You made a video talking to everybody that uses it. You should have been talking to only them folks that abuse the system. Instead, you spoke to everyone. And you were loud and wrong. Loud and wrong. Because like I said, by the time Torre got to the stage and got to handing out them facts, baby, you was pulling strings. You was pulling strings, sounding ignorant, trying to fight and make your point. When the statistics speak for themselves and you cannot change them. They're talking about it in the communities. They're talking about the black people in the communities. Because we look at the black people, there's a large portion of black people that use the food stamps over the black people that don't. And then you said the same thing about the white folks. They're not looking at it like that, boo. They're looking at it overall, the whole population of that set group of people. They're not looking at the individual motherfuckers in it. They're looking at the whole. So therefore, the statistic still lies that white people use benefits more than black people do. You really trying to fight that statistic hard throughout this video. How about you keep it real and just say, you know what? I'm a racist person, and I don't want to see black people on top. And if they are struggling, they deserve to struggle. I don't want to see people happy because I have to pick and choose and do certain things with my money, or I only have to be responsible with my money. This video was hateful, thoroughly hateful. Both your opinions and the opinions of the videos you posted in them were hateful. How dare you? How dare you? Because you don't agree, let them starve. Wow. And then that one dude, like he was like a mixed looking dude, was speaking on it. He spoke on it correct. He was like, our taxes is going overseas. And as soon as he said that, you disagree with that entirely. Oh, you can see the tax dollars around you. No, the fuck we can't. You can see the tax dollars around you when you live in a nice area like your ass do. When you're living in the downtowns of major cities, you sure can see the taxes then. Because you're in the highest, wealthiest part of the fucking city. What about seeing them tax dollars when it comes to coming to the regular portions of the communities or the hood? No, you're not seeing them tax dollars in the neighborhood. So what the fuck are you talking about? When we literally just found out our taxes are going overseas. You still trying to fight that fact. You sounded so ignorant. So ignorant. You made me mad with your judgmental ways. And when you honestly, for a multitude of reasons, and I'm going to keep my mouth shut, shouldn't be judging nobody, because there's a lot we could be judging about you. But I'm going to keep my mouth shut on that. But how dare you sit up in luxury telling folks that need the assistance you don't deserve it. Because you're not like me, you don't deserve it. So when it happens to you next, Mr. Amir, I don't want to hear shit about you being sorry. I don't want to hear shit about you needed this. I don't want to hear it. Get the stick out from in your ass. How about that? Take the stick out your ass. How about that? What Cardi say? Why don't you chill with the beef and get some chicken instead? You so worried about what's in folks' carts. You need to be worried about yourself. And when you judging people so harshly, you really need to be worried about yourself. Instead of sitting up, going to your grocery store and spending half your grocery trip that could have been, a little faster of a trip had you not been staring in other folks' carts. Yep, so what? They got a whole bunch of junk food in their cart. What the fuck you finna do about it? Nothing. What, be mad? Because like I said, their cart ain't full of lettuce and beef. Talking about, what do you say? Some broccoli, rice, eggs, or some shit like that. Who the fuck wants to eat that? That's another thing. Y'all act like only y'all can eat a steak or some shit. Homeless people got to eat the most garbage things. Let y'all tell the ideas that y'all be giving folks. Y'all sit up here and think that folks that are on benefits or on SNAP need to be eating garbage. And I ain't talking about junk food garbage. I'm talking about literal garbage. Goulashes and shit. Who the fuck want to eat that for a week? Nobody. We keeping it 1,000%. Whether you got the money to eat well or not, who the fuck just want to eat some rice, some, rice, some bread, some eggs, broccoli, and combine that into some kind of mushy goulash? Who the fuck wants to eat that? Nobody. You're fucking right. People on benefits want to eat good too. They want some steak too. And they can. And they should. And they will. You sat up there and listed a few struggle meals, basically. You listed a few struggle meals that homeless people and people that need benefits should eat and be okay with. And be satiated and satisfied. Sounded nasty, too. When yo behind finna go straight after this video, go buy you that $15 Starbucks drink and that $12 Qdoba or Chipotle bowl. And you finna smash and eat good. You ain't finna eat no goulash today. I'm sick of y'all hatred towards people that need help. Because you don't want to help. Or you're not the one getting the help. Or you're not the one getting the handout. I'm like old girl at the end of the video. She was like, how come we can't feel for our neighbors until it touches us? Period. It's like we cannot be there for our neighbor until the shit happens to us. So until it happens to you, Mr. Amir, shut up. Shut up. You sound like a racist white Uncle Tom. You sound like you licked the bottoms of Trump's shoes if you could. That's how you sounded. You sounded as if you could lick the bottom of the shoes of every fucking racist Republican in this country. You sounded like that. Highly disappointing coming from a black gay male. Make it make sense. You trying to make yourself sound progressive and you sound just as terrible as the racist right Republicans in this country. You need to get a grip on life and yourself before you get your shit snatched and you be the next one on food stamps, boo. And you'll be the one worried about whether you're going to get your shit next month, whether or not you get to eat next month. Because starting tomorrow, people got to figure out, are they eating next month? That includes myself. Because my city and in my state, I live in the state of Michigan, my city has not put out anything about whether or not we are going to be affected by it, because everybody's not being affected by it. I'm finding that out myself via other people, places, family, friends, that everybody's not getting affected. Everybody's not officially getting cut off. I just found somebody said their stamps are not even getting cut off. But even I, in my state of Michigan, don't even know whether or not my stamps are getting cut off. I don't know that. I literally do not know that yet. Luckily, I have backup plans. But there are people, unlike myself, that have backup plans, and they really are in struggle city, who are, right now, they're anxious. They're crying. They're angry. Sitting here contemplating on what they finna do because they're not finna eat tomorrow. They're not finna eat tomorrow. And half y'all don't care because you eat. They don't even know how they're going to eat tomorrow. That's crazy. That's crazy that we this hated, this full of hate. And just this country alone, that somebody's not going to be able to eat tomorrow. Somebody's are not going to be able to eat tomorrow. And we're okay with that. That's sad. Because my tax dollars, shut the hell up. We don't know where these tax dollars is going. Apparently, they're going to Argentina and Donald J. Trump's pockets. They're not being used for good things. For example, our tax dollars in this fucking state need to be used to restructure streets and housing. But it's not used that way. But the way you came on thinking you were speaking facts, you sounded stupid, and then trying to fight against the people that really were speaking facts. Oh my goodness, it was hilarious watching you just cringe and squirm in your seat because your fucking points you were making were none. They were opinions. They were opinions. You need to check who it is you hang with on a daily basis, because them racist white fucks you with making you look real stupid right now. Because I guarantee you, you hit rock bottom at some point, them white folks don't care about you, Lou, and won't. You need to go check yourself before you wreck yourself. There's people out here that are starving, that are hurting, that are not going to be eating tomorrow. They're not going to be able to afford certain things. They're not going to be able to go to the doctor tomorrow. But you worried about your tax money. That you don't even touch yourself. Get your life. I will continue to rant because you deserve to get chewed the fuck out for your racism and prejudice. But I got things to do today. Thank y'all for listening to me. And please remember, if it can happen to them, it can happen to you. See ya.